Alright everybody, welcome to the Davis rant. I think it's time we talked about the sleeper simulant in the Gambit playlist. Now, Gambit is... oh goodness, I have words for Gambit, but they're all good words, except for maybe one thing. Sleeper simulant. The one thing that gets on everybody's nerves in the Gambit playlist, right? Pretty sure everybody can agree with me on that one especially. You know. How much fun do you have when you just turn a corner, straight up get sleepered? You don't really have any fun, right? So let's talk about it. So, I've been seeing a lot of things go around. Namely... oh, something on my teeth. Sorry. Namely, people screaming, "Ah, it needs to be nerfed, rah!" No. Nerfing is not the answer. I'd like to put that to rest immediately. Nerfing is not the answer. There's always things that can be done, and I'm happy that Bungie has completely changed the weapon slots in their own ways the way they have been. Because the thing is, with nerfing a weapon, you essentially take something out of the game and allow other things that could possibly be even more broken to take its place. So, what I'm getting at here is instead of nerfing it, do you remember what they did with the Rat King? How they kind of just blacked it out of the Crucible playlist for use in multitudes of fire teams? I personally just say black it out of the Gambit playlist. Now, I could be wrong at the same time. I'm not saying I'm right. There's always room for me to be wrong, especially with, you know, weapons encoding and all the rest of it, and nerf this, nerf that, blah, 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 blah. But the point is, I say that... well, I gotta see if this guy's still here. So the point is, instead of nerfing something, just tweak it, let it fall into the game's coding, let things black out, or get things to be blacked out in specific instances, so that way, you know, everybody can still use them in certain cases, still have fun, and, you know, everybody's happy in a sense. But instead of screaming nerf, like a lot of people tend to do, maybe stop and think about it. Because in all honesty, do we really need to nerf everything in the game?
Double down.
Because if we nerf... I mean, we'll go to play on this Warlock, but still. If we nerf everything there is in the game, it's going to eventually... don't quote me on this, but I strongly feel that if we continue to nerf everything in the game, it's going to end up exactly like it did in D1. Broken, not fun, don't matter. And personally, I don't want it to be like it was in D1, where things just started getting broken, and quite literally, the game started getting slower. Everybody relied more so on abilities until eventually we basically got nerfed in the beginning of D2. There's no need for the nerfs, or... like, there's no need for constant nerfs, like people are doing. I strongly disagree with nerfing something instead of tweaking it in the game's coding.
That shut them down.
Oh, I was so hoping to kill him. Anyways, but that's just me. Alright, now, through it all, yeah, sure, there could probably be nerfs, tweaks, everything. We don't know what Bungie has in store for us. But to simply just nerf something and call it a day, that ain't right. At least not in my books. That's just... I personally disagree with the constant nerfing. Because I remember back when everybody was nerfing things back in D1, big changes were coming, it really wasn't fun. And I don't know about you, but I really didn't like coming, personally, in Gambit, yeah. I don't like coming around the corner and seeing a sleeper charged up or already being shot at my face. That's just me. But like, I don't need a nerf. I don't think a nerf is necessary. The point I'm trying to get at is, nerfs aren't necessary for a game to be broken, but balanced and fun at the same time. It's a really good inaugural address shot, by the way.
5
Good on him.
remaining.
Anyways, the game does not need to constantly have nerfs and tweaks to certain aspects of like that in order to be fun, broken, but full of life.
That shut them down.
I was expecting that. Okay, where was I? I was going somewhere with this. Either way, let me know your guys' thoughts. I personally strongly disagree with the fact that, I strongly disagree with the fact that Sleeper needs a nerf. I think it just needs either, like, a little tweak. Maybe bring other weapons up to its state of power, especially because this is a linear fusion rifle. Like, I know it's an exotic linear fusion rifle. Exotic's supposed to feel exotic and powerful. But if if Sleeper can body shot, I personally think that other linears should be able to body shot as well. Especially, well, considering linear fusion rifles are usually precision. I partially enjoy the idea of a linear fusion rifle body shotting somebody and instantly killing them. It would add a variety in its own sense, and to me, it would help make the attempt at balancing out what is essentially a quote-unquote broken weapon. There is no need to have nerfs to that said quote-unquote broken weapon in order for the game to be fun. There is no need. The fact that people are screaming nerf is personally a little infuriating, actually. But that can all be taken care of. Should Bungie take their own transgression and their own... Okay, so...
Two for one.
Oh, that was perfect.
Down. Fantastic work.
Oh, I did a thing. Okay.
Oh no.
Personally, I'm probably gonna shut up now. I think you've all heard enough of my rambling and whatnot. Anyways, I'm gonna let the rest of this game continue out just the way it is. And let me know your guys' thoughts and comments on what you think and whether or not the Sleeper really needs a nerf or whether it just needs to be tweaked and whatnot. Thank you all very much for tuning in, listening in, whatever. This is Davis, signing off.
I know a comeback when I see one. Fight on! You have my respect, Hunter. One minute left. You've got 30 seconds. Ten seconds. Your enemy has defeated you. Stand tall, Guardian. This battle is lost, but there will be others.